No matter how much she tries to hide it, a woman's body will always reveal her attraction. The truth is, she may not even realize she's giving you signals, but if you know what to look for, you'll never have to second guess where you stand. Attraction isn't just in what she says, it's in the way she moves, the way she reacts to you, the subtle, unspoken cues her body can't control. Some of these signs are soft, easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Others, they're undeniable. And as we count down from sign 10 to sign 1, the signals will only get stronger. By the time we get to the final one, the most powerful, unmistakable sign of all, you'll never again be left wondering if she's into you. So stay locked in, because if you miss these, you're walking away from a sure thing. Let's get started. 10. She laughs more enthusiastically at your jokes than those of others. Laughter is one of the oldest, most instinctive ways we bond with people. And when a woman finds a man attractive, her laughter naturally changes. It becomes more frequent, more animated, more engaged. Not because she's forcing it, but because she wants to create a connection. You'll notice it in a group setting. A few people are talking, jokes are being thrown around, and then you say something. Maybe it wasn't even your best material, just a half-decent joke. But she laughs louder than anyone else, her eyes lighting up as she looks directly at you. If she touches your arm at the same time, that's a double sign of attraction. Now let's flip the situation. Maybe another guy in the group cracks a joke, and she gives him a polite chuckle. Quick, restrained, almost obligatory. But when you speak, her whole energy shifts. That laugh comes out before she even thinks about it, like her body is reacting before her mind catches up. If a woman finds a man attractive, his words hit differently. She wants to make him feel good, to reward his presence with her attention. And trust me, this is not random. 9. She unconsciously mimics your gestures or posture. This one is pure psychology. People mirror those they feel deeply connected to. It's an instinct, hardwired into us for bonding and social synchronization. But here's what makes this interesting. She won't even realize she's doing it. You lean back in your chair. A few moments later, she does too. You touch your face. A minute later, she adjusts her hair or scratches her chin. It's like a silent dance, a reflection of how in sync she feels with you. Now, here's how you test it. Try shifting your body slightly. Lean forward, cross your arms, tilt your head, and casually see if she follows. If she does, even subtly, that's a powerful attraction signal. Her subconscious mind is already pulling her toward you, making her body sync up with yours. And here's something even deeper. Mirroring also happens in speech patterns. If she starts using similar phrases, matching your tone, or even slipping into the same rhythm as you, she's emotionally in step with you. And the best part, she doesn't do this with just anyone. 8. She blushes or fidgets nervously whenever you compliment her. Attraction isn't always about confidence. Sometimes the strongest signals come from a woman who suddenly becomes shy around you. Watch what happens when you give her a compliment. Does she look away for a moment? Maybe bite her lip or tuck her hair behind her ear? Does she shift in her seat, smooth down her clothes, or adjust her jewelry? These tiny nervous behaviors are her body's way of processing the emotional impact of your attention. Blushing is an even bigger giveaway. She might not even realize it, but if her cheeks turn pink, especially after you say something flirty, her body is literally reacting to the rush of attraction. It's the same kind of involuntary response as a racing heartbeat. It happens when emotions run high. And the best part? This is impossible to fake. A woman can control her words, even her expressions, but she can't stop her blood from rushing to the surface when she's feeling the heat. 7. She plays with her hair, but only when you're nearby. Hair touching is one of the oldest, most instinctive flirting behaviors. But here's the key. It only matters if she does it because of you. Maybe she was sitting relaxed all night not thinking about it, but the moment you start talking to her, she's suddenly twirling a strand, tucking her hair behind her ear, or lightly running her fingers through it. This isn't random. It's an unconscious preening behavior, something women do when they want to draw attention to their femininity. And if she's making eye contact while doing it, even better. She's framing her face, making sure you notice her in the most flattering way possible. If she combines this with a little tilt of her head or a small smile, that's pure attraction in action. 6. She keeps leaning toward you during the conversation, closing the distance. When a woman is drawn to you, her body naturally wants to be closer to yours. She might not even realize she's doing it, but every time you're talking, she leans in just a little more. She's closing the space between you, breaking personal barriers without a second thought. You'll notice it most when you're sitting together. Maybe she was at a normal, relaxed distance at first, but as the conversation goes on, she's subtly shifting in your direction. Her shoulder angles toward you. Her legs turn slightly your way. And here's where it gets really obvious. If you lean back just a little, does she instinctively follow? If you take a small step toward her while standing, does she stay in close proximity instead of pulling away? This is her body's way of signaling comfort, trust, and attraction. The closer she gets, the stronger the chemistry. And if she's breaking that unspoken personal space barrier without hesitation, that's a sign her instincts are already pulling her toward you. You might think these signs are small on their own, but together, they paint a crystal clear picture of attraction. Women won't always say they're into you, but their bodies will. And here's where things get intense. The next 5 signs leave zero doubt. When you see these, she's not just interested, she's practically begging for you to make a move. Let's get into it. 5. Her voice drops into a lower, softer tone when she speaks to you. Most guys don't realize this, but attraction has a sound. When a woman is drawn to you, her voice naturally softens and lowers, becoming smoother, slower, almost intimate. It's an instinct, something she doesn't even notice she's doing. You'll hear it in contrast to how she talks to others. When she's in a group, her tone might be light and animated, but when she turns to you, everything shifts, the energy narrows, the volume drops slightly, and suddenly it feels like she's speaking just for you. It's an unconscious way of pulling you closer, creating a private bubble in a crowded room. And if her voice takes on a slightly breathy or playful tone, you don't need any more proof. She's flirting, whether she realizes it or not. 4. She lightly touches your arm or shoulder during jokes or casual moments. Touch is one of the strongest ways a woman signals attraction. It's subtle, but it's intentional. Maybe she's laughing at something you said and gives you a playful push. Maybe she accidentally brushes your arm when reaching for something, or rests her hand on your shoulder for just a second too long. Women don't touch men they aren't interested in, plain and simple. When she's into you, she finds reasons to make contact, to feel that connection, to test the chemistry. And the real giveaway? If she touches you once, she'll probably do it again. The first time might seem coincidental, but if you start noticing repeated casual touches throughout the interaction, you've got all the confirmation you need. 3. She bites her lower lip when she's looking at you. This one is pure, unfiltered desire. When a woman bites or lightly presses her lips together while looking at you, it's not random. It's a subconscious reaction, a telltale sign that her body is craving something, and that something is you. You'll usually see this when she's locked in on you, maybe when you're speaking, maybe in a moment of silence where the tension between you is building. It's a gesture that signals temptation, anticipation, and in some cases, pure attraction. And if she does it while giving you that deep, lingering eye contact, she's already thinking about what it would be like to kiss you. 2. She stares at your lips while you're talking. Attraction has a gravitational pull. When a woman is drawn to you, she doesn't just focus on your words. Her eyes wander, specifically to your lips. It's subtle, maybe just a quick flicker of her gaze downward, but it's one of the most reliable signs of physical attraction. Her mind is already making connections, already imagining what it would feel like to be closer, and her eyes are giving her away. The next time you're talking to a woman and you catch her stealing glances at your mouth, don't ignore it. That's an unspoken invitation, a clear sign that she's wondering what it would be like to feel your lips on hers. 1. She gives prolonged, lingering hugs when saying goodbye. A hug can tell you everything. A quick 1-second hug? That's polite, but when a woman holds onto you just a little longer than she has to, when you feel her body pause against yours, when her arms tighten slightly before letting go, that's a hug filled with unspoken meaning. She's stretching the moment, letting herself savor the contact, because she doesn't want it to end. And if she pulls back slowly, her hands still lingering on you as she steps away, that's her way of saying she's not ready to leave, at least not emotionally. A lingering hug is a woman's last chance to feel you before you part ways. And if she's holding on, she's hoping you'll do something about it. Women may try to hide their attraction, but their bodies always give them away. Once you start recognizing these signs, her lingering touch, locked-in eye contact, that subtle shift in her voice, you'll never second-guess yourself again. You'll know with certainty when she's feeling that deep pull toward you. And when you know, everything changes. No more hesitation, no more missed chances. You'll move with confidence, knowing exactly when to take things further. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a woman showing these signs? Did you catch it in the moment, or did you realize later what was really happening? Drop a comment below and share your experience. And if this video gave you clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because there's a lot more coming that you won't want to miss.